I think things are actually changing faster than a lot of people recognize, particularly in places like Vermont, where there's ambitious and aggressive renewable energy policy that is incentivizing the renewable energy transition. We are in the midst of change beyond what many of us are aware of, including some of the deeper cultural and social change that I mentioned, beyond just the technological change. But there are places where that change is not so apparent, right? And that's one of the reasons that it's so exciting to do research here in Vermont, is because the engagement and commitment to the renewable energy transition is so strong, and it's really a leader. Vermont is a leader in energy policy and incentivizing and encouraging renewable energy and having ambitious renewable energy goals. So I think globally, yes, we are. I think it's inevitable that we are moving away from fossil fuels, but it's happening faster and in some places and slower in others. And we don't know how fast it'll happen, the transition from fossil fuels to renewables, but it's evolving and really becoming revolutionary in some places. And as more and more places demonstrate the changes that can be made and the positive social and cultural and economic benefits, then we will catalyze further revolutionary change. My research actually focuses on diverse perspectives on energy system change. So I've talked to a lot of different people who have different perspectives on what they think the future will be like, and with regard to energy. And some people really think that we want to maintain the status quo and maintain our cultural and societal expectations with energy, and we just want to try to substitute the technology, but we will be able to still use as much energy, and it should be just as cheap as it is now, and things like that. Whereas other people see potential for real change that is deeper culturally and socially. And I think I will not try to project myself in terms of where we will end up, but it's clear that there are people working very hard and are committed to resisting change, and there are other people working very hard and committed to facilitating change. So I think it'll be interesting to see how things unfold, and I think there will be more radical change than many people assume or expect. I would definitely say social. Yeah, I think a lot of the technology is there, and it's the deployment of the technology and the integration of new systems that is really difficult, that requires kind of social and institutional change. We need to change the way we incentivize our own energy use. We need to change the way we measure and monitor and make people pay for energy. There are a lot of changes that need to be made to really facilitate the renewable energy transition that are beyond the technology. We know physically and technologically that it is possible to have a system of 100% renewables. The challenge is that our systems are already built, and we have infrastructural lock-in issues, and we have cultural and assumptions about our energy use that are deeply connected to who we are and how we expect to live our lives. So there are a lot of deep changes that would need to happen for us to move to 100% renewable energy, but it is possible technologically. It's just the social and cultural and institutional changes are extreme. And that's where the really challenging questions come up, and it's hard to advocate for those kinds of changes because a lot of our daily practice is reinforcing rather than opening up to those kinds of deeper changes.